So the gift-giving holidays are over, for the most part, and those of us who celebrate Boxing Day take part in another tradition. Buying all the stuff you wanted that nobody got you because your family has no clue about what you like and gave you this. But if you were lucky enough to add to your anime collection this year, you'll probably have noticed some amusing promotional taglines on the box or in the ads. Today, I'm paying tribute to those unappreciated heroes of anime licensing companies, the people who write the taglines that appear in ad copies and on the back of the box. Japanese studios do taglines for marketing too, of course. For instance, when its plot was still under wraps, Zombieland Saga got "This is a saga that nobody has seen, the world will be saved by the dead." When it aired, it got a different tagline, "We want to live," being a reference to Love Live Sunshine, which had "We want to shine." But English releases have had some pretty clever ones, and that's in large part because there was a long stretch of time where the industry relied on a model where people were expected to drop large amounts of money to get a show set unseen. As you can imagine, advertising was key. Taglines are pretty important today, too, since even in an era where you can try before you buy on legal streams, we have things like banner ads and regular emails from the streaming services you're subscribed to. A few years back, Keijo took advantage of its goofy fan service sport premise by advertising streams with the line, "A sport you can't just half-ass." Funimation put a twist on Crunchyroll's tagline for the DVD release, but it wasn't as snappy. They did add "Never Skip Butt Day," though, which is also pretty good. Speaking of funny, they gave Planetarian "Finding Hope Among the Stars," which is perfect for the dystopian tragedy that remembers that the original definition of tragedy meant that there was still hope at the end of it. And I have to give them credit for Rebuild 3's "This is not the world you thought you knew." Looking at other companies, the Blu-ray release of Land of the Lustrous urged viewers to add a little shimmer to your shelf, which commenters brought up was technically casting the viewers as the Lunarians. Darkly hilarious, if unintentional. Surprising, since Sentai doesn't often do well with taglines, but then again, they tend to make mistakes on the packaging, too. But back when they were at EV, they advertised Angelic Layer with "On a Wing and a Player." Get it? Prayer? And all the single-volume titles were angel puns. They've since replaced all that with something more generic. Not everything out there is a winner, though. Paprika was famously advertised with "This is your brain on anime," which fans of the film got annoyed with since it essentializes a deep and moving film just down to the trippy dream sequences. Air got the lackluster "An elusive girl in the sky, does she want to be found?" But the original Japanese release was advertised with "She is waiting in the air," which is pretty much the same thing, so I'll give it a pass. And while Shuffle was a hit in the North American market, its tagline was, "Which girl would you choose?" Seriously. I know it was the first big localization for an eroge adaptation, and it paved the way to license harems aplenty once it proved that the moral guardians weren't rioting in the streets over it, but could you pick a more generic ad, Funimation? I think they were having an off day or something. In the end, advertising is always going to matter, whether it's on a DVD box set, a magazine splash, or a banner ad for the latest stream. So even if you never hit that previews menu, or you no longer buy anime because you're subscribed to streaming services and you don't believe in permanent ownership, you'll still run into ads or seek them out yourself. The best thing to do is have fun with it, and you can find some interesting stuff. This is Secret Identity Studio, and yes, I actually did get that coloring book for Christmas last year.